to get back on YouTube. It's been a hot minute. And as you can see, odd attempt at Movember. I feel like I look like a combination of Hulk Hogan and that ginger guy from Looney Tunes. Anyway, back day. So we've been running this set up for back for maybe like 8 weeks now. So the warm up I've been doing that I filmed, I just do a dead hang on a pull-up bar just to really open everything up. More so much with spine. Like as soon as I do the first 2 dead hangs, I feel my feel those cracks, which feels fucking fantastic. And then I'll either kind of go back and forth with it, whether it's just a normal straight arm pull down with rope, or I'll just single arm pulls in there. And then the last one I'll always do kind of just this lat activation I used to do, that scene from Joe Bennett, the hypertrophy coach, where you're retracting through the shoulder blade, pulling down into the lat and then pulling the elbow further back. And I find that's the best way to really get from your top of your lat to the bottom of your lat firing. Because a lot of the portion of the back that people struggle with is your lats, whether the upper lat or lower lat, your lats. And then from there I went straight into banded dumbbell pullover. I've not done these in fucking years. I really like doing like a rope pullover machine, but I feel like there's a stop point with it. And what I mean by that is there's a point when you run that as a movement that you will run into a point where progress will stall, whether it be you're going too heavy on a rope pullover on a cable and that you're having to fight to keep yourself on in the position over like the pullover machine, like the one we have. It gets to a point that you're using everything else but your back. Whereas with the dumbbell pullover, doing a banded, there's a few different ways we can progress it from like the loading standpoint. We can either use a harder band or heavier weight. So that was just 3 rounds of failure with 5 reps between them. And doing it at a tangent to the bench is fantastic for the stretch, because you're not only stretching your lat at the top when you're in the stretch here with the dumbbell above your head, you're stretching at the bottom with dipping your hips down because you're curving over the bench, and it feels fucking fantastic. It was a variation, one of the OGs, Andy Scott showed me back in the day.
Do you think I'm crazy? I'm not.
going at a bit of a pace today. 2 sets done there, just wide grip pull down. Tend to flip-flop between the hoist machine that's just next to me. Pull-ups, fractions are just like a wide grip pull down. Personally feel this is kind of like the best approach, because depending on body weight and how much time I have or what I want to do in the session, setting things up like the rack chain can take a sweet ass time. Because usually doing it in the Smith machine is the best way, because there's always a bench in the Smith machine and you know the height you've set at. But both are being used, they kind of run me too. Since I've done back with Gaz maybe like 3 weeks ago, we did like the wide grip pull down variation. I've always pulled like stayed up, stayed vertical, and pulled straight down and tucked my elbows in with pretty much all pull downs. Whereas I'd be kind of pulling it more back at an angle, but that kind of replicated how I kind of get on with pull-ups and ratchets. So being able to do it on a cable machine, cable pull down, and get the same contraction and feel, that's good in my opinion. Flex fitness row and the close grip T-bar row. So 3 sets of the flex row, 2 sets of the close grip T-bar row. The flex row is fucking fantastic. Big fan of that piece. Now they have it in the gym. The stack's like a bit light, I won't lie, depending on what you're trying to hit with it, because of the angle choice and handle selection, rather than the angle choice, handle selection you have. You can do so much with it. It's such a versatile piece. But as much as it feels fantastic, I don't feel it's overly taxing. So we can kind of get away with doing a handful of sets there. So since we've had it in the gym, I've been doing 3 sets of it on my back day with the reverse grip, the supinated grip, to really get into like the upper portion of that. It just feels fucking glorious. So there's 3 sets there, nothing like mental. Obviously stacking it with a couple plates and just trying to keep the reps between 8 to 12. The best thing about this is, on that machine, is the angle. So like you can really get an amazing stretch regardless of whether you're hitting your upper back or whether you're hitting your lats. And then from there we did T-bar with the close grip handle. We've been using the smaller calibrated 10s just to get a better range of motion on it. Like for instance, previously when we'd used 20s, Mike and I would be both getting up past 120, 140 kilo for roughly anywhere between like 8 to 12 reps. Whereas now using the 10s, smaller plate, bigger range of motion, get further back. We're only getting up to like 110, 120 for roughly the same amount of reps. So it's brought like the load we're able to use down significantly. But we can stay more pinned over the weight, so it's more horizontal, so it's a better stretch, it's harder, and you're getting a better range of motion. So as much as I'm a fan of like really loading and taking the account of how much weight I'm able to use, there's a time and a place to pick like how hard the movement is just over load. So just a single set there, and then the back off set, a drop set into dead stop reps, because the dead stop really fry you, and you have to engage everything with your back, otherwise you just use your lower back. And now we're on to the Mega Mass row. Because what the typical thing that happens when I film YouTube stuff is I'll chat a little bit and then I'll forget to do like a wrap up of the end of the video. But I'm trying to get better at that and pretty much get back on top of everything. So, to finish said session, we done the Mega Mass row. Doing the reverse grip setup is fucking brilliant. it's a really versatile piece of kit, I won't lie. And it's heavy. The probably biggest benefit I find with that over say just doing like a normal barbell row, because it is very similar, is you can actually grind your reps out. And because, I mean, arguably it's still a chest, it's still supported, it's not your chest that's getting supported, it's your lower back that's getting supported. You can grind reps out better on that than I feel compared to like a DY row, or like a prime row, whatever it is. And then from there we went on to the close grip pull down, just as like one set, like a singular set, as a superset. Been doing this for a good while now. I really like it because it it's 2 in 1. It's killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You're getting the stretch at the top portion of your lat, going all the way down into your into the bottom as you're pulling down, facing away, and you're really nailing the like mid portion of your back, which is what I've needed to really bring up. And then on top of that, when you spin around and face the machine, you're just doing a normal close grip pull down, so you're still getting the same benefit you would as a normal close grip pull down. But the stretch you get is fucking wicked, and something I've been trying to finish on my back sessions with is something that's opening up my back and getting as much blood as possible as I can in. And then from there we just finished on deadlifts. We started doing that as of last week, because the pull session I do midweek, I'm trying to keep as hamstring focused and dominant as possible, and I'm very strong when it comes to pulls from the floor. So ensuring that if my hamstrings working, I'm just doing lightweight with dumbbells. So the back session we're just finishing on a normal deadlift. So just started from 100 and then just worked up until Mike and I were both kind of just feeling 220 out. And it was actually quite fun. We both just tried to beat each other just with a singular set. So I got 8 and then he got 6, but I won't let the fuckers catching up. And then from there, just some bicep work, so nothing mental. Seated dumbbell curls, which I've started doing since I've done a few sessions with Gaz. I can't like use my shoulders or swing as much, which is nice. I actually don't get as much elbow pain as I do when I do it standing, but it's likely because my whole body's braced. And then the machine curl, preacher curl in flex. I've been using that one recently, single arm, and it feels quite nice. I did pause, which put at the end of the video, which I'll just probably put this next to it. I'm sitting however many weeks post show, finished prep mid-May, so what, 7, 8 months, 6 months? Yeah, 5, 6 months, whatever it is. Post show, and I'm about 102 and a half, 103 kilo at the moment. The plan is to pull a little bit of fat off, but not a lot of weight is the aim to come down. So if I can come back down to like 100, get quite responsive and then push back up from there, that is the goal, as we still have muscle to put on before we prep next year.